Hello and welcome to Calculus Crush. Today we're going to be using the definition of a derivative to find the derivative of the following function. G of t equals 3t minus 7t squared. If you know the power rule, this is a one-line derivative. It takes no time at all to do this derivative. Very easy. In fact, I can see it right now. It's just 3 minus 14t. But if you didn't know the power rule and all you knew was the definition of the derivative, it takes quite a bit more work to find that derivative. So let's use the old-fashioned method, the definition of the derivative, to determine g prime of t. So first thing, we need to write it out. G prime of t is equal to the limit as h goes to 0, g of t plus h minus g of t all divided by h. So this is the definition of the derivative, and if you want to see where this came from, just click on it and it'll take you to a link where I derive this formula. So we actually figure out why the derivative is this. But let's continue. So g of t is equal to 3t minus 7t squared. So g of t plus h, we just need to find all the t's on this side and replace them with t plus h's. So we go equals the limit as h goes to 0. And so it's 3. Now we have a t, but g of t plus h makes it t plus h minus 7 and t plus h squared minus g of t. That's just 3t minus, I'll put a bracket here. Sorry. Minus 7t squared. And this whole thing is divided by h. Okay? I'm just going to put some big brackets around this first part here. It's not necessary, but I just want to show that this first part is g of t plus h. And this second part here is g of t. All right, now let's expand these expressions. So 3 of t plus h, 3 times t plus h is just 3t plus 3h minus 7 times, now t plus h squared, that is t squared plus 2th plus h squared. Close the bracket. And now we just distribute the minus sign here. Minus 3t plus 7t squared. So we're getting quite a few terms here, all divided by h. So this is the limit as h approaches 0. Now let's continue expanding. We just have one more expansion to do. Well, not really an expansion, more of a distribution. We're just going to put this 7 in to these guys in brackets. So we got 7t squared minus 14th minus 7h squared. So just putting minus 7 in front of all these terms here. Then we have minus 3t plus 7t squared. All divided by h. We're getting close to the end here. The limit as h goes to 0. Now, what terms can we cancel out? Well, we got a plus 3t here and a minus 3t, so those go away. We've got a minus 7t squared and a plus 7t squared. Those go away. And what else? That's it. That's all we can cancel out. So let's write the remainder we've got 3h minus 14th minus 7h squared. All of this is divided by h. Okay. Equals the limit as h goes to 0. So now we notice that all three terms up top have an h. So let's factor out an h from the top. And we end up with 14t minus 7h, all divided by h. Now this is the important step in all of these problems. What you're trying to do is basically cancel out an h over h. Because that's what's causing, if you try to take the limit before we do this, you're going to get 0 over 0. And that's because every term has an h up top, every term has an h in the bottom. And 0 over 0 can be anything. It doesn't tell us any information. So we need to simplify the expression so we can cancel out the h's on the top and bottom. And then we're able to take that limit and get an answer which is not 0 over 0. So we've canceled out those h's, so now what we have left over is limit as h goes to 0, 3 minus 14t minus 7h. So I'm going to go up here now to finish this off. So we actually take the limit, and that means everywhere we see an h here, we make it 0. So all we have left over is 3 minus 14t. So the h we set to 0, it made this term go away. That's it. That is our final answer. G prime of t is equal to 3 minus 14t. Now you can confirm that if you know the power rule, then you know that this derivative is simply 3 minus 14t. So there you have it. This is the derivative of g, or g prime, or dg by dt. All mean the same thing. Thanks for watching, you guys. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments, and I'd be happy to answer them.